Hello, my love. Good morning to you. I hope that this finds you awake. I hope that you have moved your body some. I hope that your dreams were enchanting. I hope you're reading something that you enjoy. Most certainly, I hope that. Good morning. I was thinking about the why question, and it's easy to fall into hyperbole and say that it is the most important question, but I don't know that ultimately one can be ranked over another. But to ask the question why is an invaluable thing. I, as you know, am very much in favor of transparency. And why is a question that pushes towards transparency. And I encourage you to ask it often and a lot and repetitively. When you are following a train of thought, when you're following an idea, you don't just ask why once, you ask it multiple times. Because only then can you get at the root of the idea, to truly understand it better. And the corollary to this is, from my education, what I learned a lot about was rules and why you should do, well, let me characterize it this way, rules and that you should do X, Y, or Z. But on top of the rules, or under the rules, depending on how you want to look at it, is the policy, is the reasoning. So, for example, why you should obey traffic signals. The reason you should obey traffic signals is so that we get a conducive flow of traffic, so that we prevent accidents, so that people can get from A to B and achieve all those myriad goals. So, that's the policy underlying it. And so there may be times at your life where you will ask yourself the question as to whether you should follow the rule or the policy. But you can only get to the policy by asking why. So you get to a red light and you stop, because that's what you have been taught to do. But then you can ask yourself the question, why have I been taught to do this? Well, you've been taught to do this because to prevent traffic accidents. And you look around and there's no one for miles. And you could again ask, well, why else was I taught to stop at the red light? And to go with the same analogy, to allow for the flow of traffic, and you look around again and there's no one for miles. And so you might ask yourself, if you break the rule, are you also breaking the policy? And you only get to that by asking the question why. Why am I stopping at this light? Why am I supposed to be doing this thing? And that is a minute example. And for the record, I recommend that you obey the traffic signal at all times. And the reason for that is because habit is extremely important, let alone following the rules and the sort of social agreement that you have signed up for, arguably, by being a member of society that has such rules. But that is a much longer conversation. But the point is to ask why. Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why, if you are in an organization, are they telling you to do the things that you're supposed to do? And if you ask why multiple times down the chain, you may begin to see that the thing you are doing does not actually achieve the result that is desired. That is, the reason underlying the rule may not actually achieve the end that it's supposed to. I found in my life that often those two got divorced through the chain of command or odd forces at work within an organization. I will leave it at that. But this is just one little example of the why question. So I encourage you to ask why. As you know, I was very much a rule follower. So I will also encourage you to follow the rules. But it's always good to ask why. So I will leave it at that.